Howdy, howdy, boys and girls. Welcome back to more AI, the Somnium files. We're just leaving the warehouse after Ota and Iris got chamoided. Oh shit, wait. I didn't realize there'd be a cutscene right here. When I left the warehouse, I saw Pewter. What is he doing here? He walked up to me while I was trying to work it out.
Date, I have to talk to you about something.
Is he gonna spill the beans? My man Pewter gonna spill the beans?
About the original Cyclops serial killer.
Gonna spill the beans. Oh, I've been waiting for this.
Why this all of a sudden?
Because I want you to solve this case, Mr. Date. I want you to find who did this and bring them to justice.
Well,
So,
why
if I
isn't
can help
Boss
you
doing that?
even a little.
Why didn't you say anything at Abyss?
Because Boss
The
was
boss was there. I couldn't speak openly in front of
there.
her.
But why not?
So I decided to meet you here.
She likes to act so virtuous.
All right, let's hear it.
Earlier, I told you that I was completely certain the original Cyclops killer couldn't have committed these crimes.
Mm-hmm.
I am
Which, if it was
absolutely certain
Date,
the original
it would make
Cyclops
perfect
killer
sense because you're
could
staring
not
him in the
have committed
face
these
as this
crimes.
shit's happening.
Let me explain why. I'll start by telling you the identity of the Cyclops killer. Although, it's more accurate to say killers.
Yeah, because it
More
seems to
than
be two.
one?
Yeah.
In the first series of killings, the culprit had an accomplice. One of them was born a murderous psychopath. The
Okay.
other is Rohan Kumakura, the previous chairman of the Kumakuras.
Okay. Rohan and So working together would be making a lot of sense.
They each had a role to play. The murderer committed the homicide, and Rohan removed the eyeball.
What kind of weird shit was he into? Hopefully they're not close enough to hear. I half expected to see a dude out there. Why did it get classified?
That I don't know.
The details of the original Cyclops serial killings case have become nebulous over time. Even the official investigation material contains nothing of value. I am unable to draw any conclusions from them.
Fair enough.
You really have no idea?
If I did, I would tell you.
He is trying to come clean at least. I never met Rohan. What's he like? Because he was
18
dead
years
already.
ago, Rohan took a woman's eye. She was
Okay.
already dead. He put his finger into her eye socket and gouged it out.
How do you
The
know
reason
that?
why was simple. He was fascinated by women's eyes. Their beauty
Makes sense why they're all women.
stimulated his greed and his desire
But
to possess
Renju
them.
isn't a woman,
He needed
so it can't
to
be
have
the same group.
to make
right?
them his own.
Well, at least Rohan can't be evolved. Of course, he's dead.
Driven by this instinctive
Don't know why I'm
impulse,
arguing this.
he took the woman's eye. From then on, he acquired a grotesque obsession with the eyes of dead women.
So was he covering up
He
for
was
these
very
murders?
particular about his need that the eye belonged to a deceased woman. But even being the head of a Yakuza gang, there weren't too many opportunities for him to indulge. His deepest, darkest desire went unfulfilled for years.
Okay.
However, he soon met his ideal partner, the aforementioned psychopath. The Cyclops killer would commit the murder, and Rohan would take the eye.
This is where we get to the
Thus, a mutually beneficial relationship was established.
groundbreaking release here.
This was the origin of the Cyclops serial killings. At about the same time, you were assigned to Abyss.
Hope you don't mean that in a way that totally debunks my entire theory.
He was born with a brain dysfunction.
Okay.
Due to damage to the posterior pituitary gland, he was unable to properly secrete oxytocin.
Okay.
Oxytocin is a peptide hormone linked to feelings of love, affection, and trust. It is colloquially referred to as the love hormone. It causes a tranquilizing effect which improves. It is normally secreted when the body makes
Shall let you guys
contact
read
with
this.
an object of affection, such as an embrace or caress.
I'm sure you know what this implies, but he was unable to feel love in the way that we do. However, he was able to experience a substitute. His brain was wired in such a way that allowed him to feel satisfaction through other means, due to the unique idiosyncrasies of his brain, he was able to release large amounts of dopamine and endorphins by performing certain
Yeah, I get what you're getting at, dude. Date.
murder.
Yeah.
Dopamine is a hormone linked to the reward system of the brain.
Yep.
The pleasant feeling attained through accomplishment is dopamine. Endorphins are a kind of brain narcotic. They dull pain and create a feeling of happiness.
He got pleasure from killing people?
Yep.
It's slightly more complicated than that.
I mean,
Killing
not
people
really.
was the only way he could get pleasure. He was 12 when he took his first life.
Damn.
That enlightened him to the pleasure of murder, which he would do again and again.
Which also is kind of proof anyone could be a murderer. Just gonna throw that out there. Dude, at 12? You still haven't told me who. Want Date to have an
The
existential
original
crisis.
Cyclops killer had an accomplice.
There were two.
Thinking Date
Cyclops
isn't Date
killers.
anymore, though.
And one of them was the former chairman of the Kumakuras, Rohan Kumakura.
Rohan committed suicide by jumping to his death 1 year ago.
Did he, though?
That means... Pewter, tell me this. One of the original killers is dead, I know that. That means one remains. Who is he?
After his fourth murder, he was arrested by the police. They actually picked him up on other charges.
If it... Wait, no. If it's Date, the damaged pituitary gland would still be a thing. Even if they find some weird way to trade consciousnesses in the Somnium, wouldn't that continue with damage to the brain?
But in any case, he is currently serving a life sentence.
So it was
in
the phone
Fuchu
call.
Prison.
What?
Fuchu prison?
Yes.
What's his name?
In prison, he doesn't have a name. He is simply called Number 89.
Number 89.
Number 89.
I know who killed Shogunadami.
Okay.
So, now you know why I said that.
So, okay.
That the original
was wrong.
Cyclops killer couldn't have committed these crimes. Because one is dead, and the other is behind bars. Neither of them had the opportunity.
Unless you're wrong. Why didn't Boss want to tell me that, though? There's obviously more. Sagan was Iris' last name, right? I don't want to go back to Marble. How's Mizuki doing? No. I should go back to see her mom. Because I'm going to go to Matsushita and I'm going to feel like crying again. When I visit the Sagan household, I found Hitomi with a hollow look in her eyes. She let me in and asked me to sit on the sofa. I agreed and sat down. But after that, I couldn't say a single word. The heavy silence weighed on both of us. Oh, my tea's cold. Nope, what? Oh, I guess there's steam. It's steam rising from my teeth.
Hitomi, my entire focus is on this case. Is there anything at all you can tell me?
I don't know if this is important, but
No, please, tell me.
Does she know Rohan, Sosajima, anybody of
I
them?
told you this already. I met Renju's wife Shoko twice before. The first time at the wedding, the second time a month ago. That second time was in the waiting room of the prison.
That is important.
Prison?
There's an acquaintance of mine from when we were younger. I visit them a few times a year. And by coincidence, I saw Shoko. I don't think she noticed me, but I recognized her as Renju's wife right away. She was
Just
there for the same
conveniently
reason
know
I was,
this.
to visit one of
They
the
were
inmates.
friends? He killed somebody when he was
Do you
12.
know who?
No, I don't. We didn't talk.
Which prison?
Fuchu.
Fuchu prison.
Fuchu.
Fuchu.
Prison.
Fuchu. This is getting good. I want this story to go somewhere. Alright. Elephant room.
Iris was my everything.
Okay.
We always went everywhere together.
My controller sucked. Relax
Whether
while
it was buying clothes,
being
or
depressed.
going to the movies, or taking a walk, or going shopping at the supermarket.
Neat. Sorry.
When she was young, she would just hold one of my fingers.
Oh, it's cute.
Her hand was too small to hold mine. Then it was 2, then 3, and finally she could hold my hand. But eventually, she left my hands altogether. She started crossing her arms, being independent, even though she needed constant attention growing up.
Oh, that's just adorable, but terrible at the same time.
Her memories are a part of this room. And always will be. When she was a baby, she fell off that sofa and cried.
It's like
and
a foot.
cried. One day she tore up her picture book all over the floor here. Another time she drew with crayons all over the window. She painted my portrait on Mother's Day. Scratches on the floor, chipped plates, burn marks on the table, stains on the cushions. Everything you see. It all holds a memory of her. But
Definitely made a permanent mark.
why?
Yeah, about Ota.
Oda
What?
was one of my students.
Oh,
I taught him in elementary school. I heard it from the police. Oda tried to help Iris and ended up... I
not
don't
sure
know
why
what to
they
say.
told you that.
I have no words.
Oh, God. What?
I'm sorry to have bothered you. I'll be going now.
Oh. I mean, to be fair, she probably needed to talk it out at least a little bit.
Know what to do.
Oh.
Thinking about her.
She don't got no husband. That was her only daughter. I don't relate nearly as much to this story, so I'm not dying inside.
You have to
This is still hard to watch.
Please. Please.
I've never been good with people crying.
I will. Trust me.
Iris was at least tolerable. Alright, let's see if we can make it happen this episode. Me crying, I mean. Let's go check out the Matsushita household. It's like watching a decaying old tree cling pathetically to the earth. I expected this place to be a lot more run down the way you described it. This music is very concerning. Hey Mayumi, what you doing? Do you want to talk about it? Ooh, it's bad. Oh, it's just as bad on this side.
This is your fault.
Oh no.
I heard from the police.
Mama mad.
Because you didn't take care of Iris.
Why Iris? I thought you would say Ota.
My boy Ota got involved.
Date, I looked into the investigation.
Your boy
report.
Ota stabbed me with a stun
Mayumi
gun.
confirmed Ota's body early this morning.
See.
I'm sorry. I want to be alone right now. Did you not hear me?
I did. I would have already walked by this point.
Leave.
Yep.
Date, let's go.
Of course, it's the two mothers
She's in
with the
no
most
state to talk.
devastating
Yeah,
backstories.
you're-
What the heck? Get out of here, Date. Go. Leave. Run away. I wanted to at least check on her, but that's just sad. I don't want to go back to Marble. She makes me uncomfortable. Alright, hey Mizuki, it's been a rough day at work. Oh, it has been for you too. Hey. At the warehouse. Oh, another non-talker. About Iris. No one wants to talk to me.
Mizuki must know.
Yeah.
Iris and Ota.
Yeah.
Of course. The news was
Dude, it is
distributed
everyone
across
closest
the
to this
internet.
woman. This woman is like hanging by a thread.
Not just in Japan, but worldwide.
Oh my god. That's just
3 days ago,
sad.
Mizuki discovered her mother's body. 2 days ago, her father's. This morning,
Yesterday, two of
two
her
of her
friends.
best friends. It is completely understandable that she is at her mental limit.
Yeah, really.
Can I be left alone for a while?
Absolutely. 100%.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Iba, contact Abyss. See if they can get Mizuki a good counselor.
I mean, it's the right thing to do, but that's
Understood.
timing. Okay, I guess I'm going to Marble. Mama, why didn't you wake me up? No, I want the map. The map. There we go. It always comes back to going back to Marble. Dude, is this the depression ending? Why is... Like, what's going on? It can't be that far. It's gotta be like one Somnium scan away.
Are you okay, honey?
Huh?
Yeah, I just need to come get a
About
drink.
last night. Well, at 3 in the morning, anyway.
You know about it?
It's on every channel. You have the face of a ghost. Do you want a glass?
I don't need a drink. I need information. Do you have anything?
Well, let's see.
Also, this has got to be so close to Dante. I'm pretty sure if they were an official investigative bureau, they would have pulled him off the case by now. But also, it seems like their department's a little small.
I do have, I suppose you could call it intuition.
You seem like the kind of person who would have a ridiculously, unnecessarily overpowered intuition,
Tell
so
me.
go for it.
The Kumakuras are involved in this case.
Well, I kind of knew that. A little more would be
Remember
helpful.
what I told you before? That there's a relationship between Ren and the Kumakuras?
Uh-huh.
Shoko also has a relationship with them.
This is true.
You know about her dealings with the Kumakuras, right?
Mm-hmm.
So basically, 2 of the victims are linked to the Kumakuras.
Yes.
That must mean they're involved somehow, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not 2, 3.
3.
Iris, it would have to
Iris?
be.
No, not that one.
What?
The boy. He came here last night.
Ota?
How?
Yes, from Matsushita Diner. He's linked to the Kumakuras as well.
Is that who his dad owed a
Have
debt
you
to or
heard the
something?
rumor?
The Sosajima and the Kawasaki district. Well, they are near the district. Basic idea is this. 8 years ago, he sold his land in the Kawasaki district for 30 billion yen. Half a year later, an explosion at the chemical plant caused... Yes, we know all that. Brought back the land for 1 billion. Almost like he knew beforehand that the accident would happen. Did So blow it up or conspire to blow it up? No, that wouldn't make sense. So wouldn't gain anything from that. He would end up with 29 billion in cash and 1 billion in land. It's a net zero. But there's more to the story. It shot down their diner.
The Kumakuras own a handful of real estate companies. They of course look legit, but they're Yakuza fronts.
Oh, they want the
I'll
diner.
call those real estate companies the
If they have real
KE
estate
to keep it
companies, that
simple
makes
for you.
sense.
The KE followed in So's footsteps. They bought up land in Kawasaki.
And they wanted the diner. So they're responsible for all the money issues they've been having, basically.
Now, back to So. Have you heard of the plans for the casino in Kawasaki? So was the one who came up with it.
Makes sense.
I was born and raised in Kawasaki. I remember the landscape of my childhood, and I loved it dearly. But look at Kawasaki now, and I see images of the destruction on television. My heart aches like it's being chopped to pieces.
That looks like a pretty good
But
place.
I promise you, I will revive the Kawasaki district at any cost.
Just if you weren't an
Casino
idiot
Town
and planned to
Kawasaki
blow it up.
will give new life to the city.
After that, So moved.
I mean, if they made a casino out of the old amusement park, that would probably bring
He
back all the
submitted the bills he needed to the
residents.
National Assembly after drumming
The
up
diner.
support in the right places. The bills passed, and it became an official government initiative.
Decontamination efforts therefore increased at a rapid pace in the Kawasaki district.
Yeah.
At the moment, the area is still considered off limits. However, the air in Kawasaki is currently purified to such an extent that it has no negative effect on the human body.
Okay.
If the plan goes smoothly, land prices in Kawasaki are going to skyrocket.
See, also, that's the kind of political moves that a lot of government figures have that make people go, oh, they're so great, but are secretly like, oh, this person's a piece of shit. Like Joe Biden with his, what was it, loan forgiveness thing recently?
And all that land is owned by the KE. And by So himself.
Of course.
The land he bought back for $1 billion will be worth 10 times that soon.
He's involved in some shady business.
As always.
This is just
Is it
another
what I
rumor,
thought, though?
But
That they want the diner?
the chemical plant exploding was no accident. It was done intentionally.
Yes, yes, yes.
By So and the Kumakuras, you mean?
But there's no hard evidence of that. It's just gossip.
Okay, but Ota.
What were we talking about again?
Ota and the Kumakuras.
Oh, right. You know how Matsushita Diner is close to the Kabasaki district?
Mm-hmm. That's why they're
The
so
chemical plant explosion made
dilapidated.
times hard. Foot traffic went down, sales declined. No wonder it closed down. Ota must hold a grudge. Someone caused that explosion. And if it was intentional,
Oh.
He'd hate them even more.
So you think it's on Ota's end? Okay.
That's how I link Ota to the Kumakuras.
Okay, well, fair enough.
Thank you, Mama.
I
don't know if what you told me will lead to anything, but...
I don't really think there's a point to having Ota hate the Kumakuras. They're a full-on corporation. They'll just brush them aside.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to waste your time.
You didn't. It's still a fair
No,
point.
it was very helpful.
It was actually information I didn't know.
I'm glad I can help, even if it's just a little.
Well then, be seeing you.
Come back
I mean, if I
anytime.
thought for 3 seconds I would have figured it out, but you know, that's just me. A dried bonito? Why is she polishing a dried bonito? Mama's weird. No, not the bar counter. The map. I can't have anything behind the map when I do that. Abyss headquarters. I'm gonna talk to the boss. See what she's hiding. I want to talk to this prisoner 89 or whatever. Like more than anything else. Oh, dude, is someone gonna die tomorrow too? I didn't see her anywhere.
Where did she go?
Well, she isn't always here, correct?
True.
I mean, she can't be, yeah. Decided to wait.
What are you doing?
I thought it would be easier to talk like this.
What do we have to talk about?
A summary of the investigation, perhaps?
He is
What
not happy.
summary? We don't have anything new.
That's not true.
Huh?
I was curious, so I did some research about number 89.
Thank you. Someone actually cares about him. 89 Shoko, what's his real name? I want to see that first.
Unknown.
God damn it.
You don't know?
No such person is listed in the family registry. It is possible he is a foreigner, but his nationality is unknown. However, I believe it is safe to say that he was born and raised in Japan.
Fair enough. What about the
He
relationship?
claims that there were 2 culprits behind the original serial killings. One was the former chairman of the Kumakuras, Rohan Kumakura.
But Rohan committed suicide last year.
That leaves 1 culprit still alive, number 89.
But number 89 couldn't possibly have committed these crimes. He was in jail when each of the murders occurred.
Correct. However, I do not believe it is accurate to claim that he had nothing to do with the incident.
But maybe when they body swatched, they realized that's the wrong mind and put Date's old body in prison. Possible.
I know who killed Shoko.
But now I don't understand what it relates to the new Cyclops killers.
If he was telling the truth, his involvement is possible.
Sure. 89 Shoko.
Unknown. I cannot determine if they have any connection. Approximately 1 month ago, Hitomi Sagan witnessed Shoko in Fuchu Prison's waiting room.
I just realized because Hitomi and Shoko didn't know each other, so the fact that Hitomi was friends with the prisoner since forever ago.
I'm unable to say for certain that the person she was there to visit was number 89.
Obviously, they knew each other when they were like 12, so I
After
guess
all,
it's fair to say they
Fuchu
was
Prison
born in
houses
Japan.
2,000 inmates.
But number 89 knew Shoko's name.
Yeah.
I know who killed Shoko Nadami.
Also,
That
you know
must
that
mean that
Shoko
he knew her
Narumi
somehow.
died. How do you know
It is
she died?
possible.
I
As
don't know who he is.
He is an assassin with multiple confirmed kills.
Oh shit, wait, he actually has a record?
He is currently serving a sentence at Fuchu Prison. He was imprisoned 6 years ago.
Which doesn't have his name.
Told us.
After his fourth murder, he was arrested by the police.
Date would be so much more helpful on this case if he could just remember what happened a little bit earlier. Like, everybody's got such backstories that feed right into this plot. Like, if he had everything, it'd be so much easier, even if he wasn't supposedly the old Cyclops killer.
Let's talk to number 89.
Agreed. He's our last remaining loose end.
However, we need not go to him. We can bring him to us. If we
For
plan on
investigation.
syncing with him, it would be more efficient.
That could be a bad thing.
I can.
If what I said earlier is true. About him possibly being my real body or something. Why did Boss never show up? Only a couple hours to get him here? Hell yeah, paperwork. It's done fast. This is a new guy. I don't know how to react to him. Well, he looks normal as shit. Why? Why?
Sorry to interrupt your busy day, but I need you to tell me something. I'd appreciate your cooperation.
What's your name? Okay, you kind of handsome. He's got like that grizzly look to him. Oh, it'd be hilarious if I like looked away from him. He did something nefarious. That'd be hilarious. Oh my god, like if I look away and I turn back, he just poof. I would absolutely jump out of my skin. That would be hilarious. What's your name?
Number 89.
Name.
Your real name.
I don't remember.
What do you mean you don't remember?
That's right. I was one of the culprits behind the case 6 years ago.
At least you're upfront about it.
One of the two Cyclops killers.
Dude, you sound more grizzled than Date. What the hell? Date's kind of a pansy of a detective when you think about it. Because they always like to make the Date, or the detectives. Oh god, even Date sounds like short for detective. But, where are you from?
Burkina Faso.
What?
Burkina Faso is a republic in West Africa. Population 17 million.
Wait, so you're not Japanese?
I don't have time for your jokes.
I was about to say, what? That doesn't make sense. Kind of fit the bill perfectly.
Yeah, I guess I do.
About a month ago, Shoko visited Fuchu Prison. Was she there to see you?
That's right.
What did you talk about?
He's very honest.
Nothing special.
You're in no position to lie.
I'm not lying. She didn't come to hear me talk.
Then why did she come?
To meet me.
Meet you?
Well, then she talked to you, didn't she?
Probably just wanted to see me.
What? Wait, she just physically wanted to see you? Why?
A long time ago. I don't remember exactly when.
What's your relationship to her?
Around the
A
time.
physical one.
I wasn't going to make the jump, but he kind of made it sound like it with his last statement. Hold on, what?
I'm kidding. She was just a business.
Okay, I was like, that came out of nowhere. Okay. I like this guy. Who killed Shoko?
Alright, let's get right down to it. 2 days ago, you called Investigation HQ and said, I know who killed Shoko Nadami.
That's right.
Yes, I did.
Who?
Hey, don't be so hasty.
Oh, God, what do you want to do?
We haven't agreed on a deal. You're gonna let me out of prison, right?
No.
It's done. You've got a deal.
All right, but to explain it properly...
Wait, no, you did he just agree to that? Is that what that was? That happened so fast I didn't even register. Did Date just agree to let him out of prison? The crazy murderous psychopath?
It might take some time. Is that all right with you?
Sure.
I've got nothing but time.
Dude, Date looks more like a villain than you. What the hell?
Then let's get started. The story of a lonely assassin.
Like, now that I've
Once
seen
upon a
Date in
time,
that glass,
there
he
was a
looks like more of a
detective,
murderer to
full
me.
of righteous justice. Let's call him F. F found the evils of the world intolerable, F had no parents, no siblings, and grew up in an orphanage since he was born. He suffered every kind of abuse imaginable there. It led him to despise all the evils of the world.
Okay.
One day, F was chasing a thug down at the harbor.
That's the fishing place.
Someone wanted for the assault and murder of women.
Okay, I get it. I'll just throw down my knife. Here. You lower your gun. It's fine. I got nothing else on me. I'll go quietly. You know, I have a history with hospitals. I've been going to a special hospital for a while. Even if I get caught, it's all good. I'll come right back out again. What should I do next time?
Kill him.
Just thinking
Shoot
about
him.
it gets me excited.
Shoot him. Yep. Damn. Okay, you just kept shooting.
The culprit was unarmed, but F never served a day in prison. The case went to trial for some time, but it was determined to be self-defense.
Fair enough.
And he was declared innocent.
I'd say that even if I knew the full story.
It would be a huge scandal for the police. People at the upper level were terrified of what might happen, so they had evidence fabricated.
Why did he tell
F
anybody?
wasn't suspended or disciplined at all. After
Okay,
a
good.
while, he returned to his job like nothing happened.
If you wouldn't have known at that point
That
if he
was
fell
a
in the
turning
water.
point for him. He was ready to shed the morality that was weighing him down, holding him back. F still wanted justice, and he was willing to dispense it to the immoral, one by one. He became an assassin, a lone gunman. No agent, no employer. He was his own man.
Okay, so maybe you were your own detective.
F believed that he was judge, jury, and executioner, but it didn't last long. One day, F got rid of a criminal we'll call X.
Wait, no, you admitted to being the original Cyclops killer, so you wouldn't have this kind of... I'm confused. I'm going to stop assuming.
X was responsible for defrauding and killing an innocent old man for his life insurance policy. Turns out, X had connections. Someone wasn't happy that he died. Rohan Kumakura, chairman of the Kumakuras. X was a top executive of the Kumakuras at the time. Rohan ordered his men to find and kidnap F.
I've done some research. I know you've cleaned up at least 18 pieces of scum from this earth. But somehow there hasn't been a single criminal investigation. They're all treated as suicides, accidents, or natural causes. Amazing work. I'm impressed.
So you hired
How about you work for us? Of course, you have the right to say no, but it'll be the last word out of your mouth.
Yeah, okay, okay.
F
I'm
was
seeing where it comes
trapped.
together.
Even if he somehow survived, he would be looking over his shoulder for the rest of his life. He had no choice but to take Rohan's offer.
Yeah, you know you enjoyed it.
Thus, F's self-employment came to an end.
This is where Somnium was.
He became a hired gun of the Kumakuras. Rohan even gave him a code name, Falco, named for the falcon, a bird of prey.
Okay.
Falco didn't quit his job as a police officer, though. He worked as a detective by day, assassin by night, at the will of the organization. An ordinary killer would need motive to take a life, not Falco. He did as he was told, one target after another. It didn't take long to destroy his heart completely.
If it don't work first in the first place.
Time passed, and a few years back, Falco, who by this time was exhausted in body and spirit, made a fatal mistake. He missed his mark and ended up taking a bullet to the stomach. Somehow, he managed to escape. After reaching a nearby shrine, his legs finally gave out.
That looks like the shrine we know.
He had no strength left.
But also it's a shrine.
He put his back up against the shrine and let out a moaning breath that he thought might be his last. But at that moment, in his darkening vision, he saw a woman approach him. He watched her take out her phone and dial for help. At the same time, he heard footsteps. Footsteps of at least 2 people closing in. He knew immediately that they were after him.
Is that Hitomi?
He sprung into action, grabbing the woman and pulling her close, kissing her to keep her from talking. That was the first encounter between Falco and the woman.
Wait a minute.
She was a teacher at some school. It was like she was from a totally different world than him. Listening to her talk, he would forget everything about his line of work. She was his only contact with the ordinary, mundane world. They met in secret a few more times, and Falco felt his heart grow warmer.
I have other
Her
ideas.
smile and kindness were like a cold glass of water for Falco's parched heart.
This wouldn't be like Iris's dad.
Falco started to become himself again. His former self. He swore on his life that from then on, he would live for her.
So, you want to go clean? Fine. Do as you please. You've done a lot for us. But there is one last thing. One final job I want you to do for me. It's nothing major. This woman and her daughter. I need you to dispose of them. Should be simple. No?
Okay, maybe it's not Iris's dad, but like Hitomi's lover or something.
Rohan handed Falco a picture of a woman and a girl. It was the teacher Falco met at the shrine. And her daughter. She had just turned 12.
Why is
the
everybody
two of
12?
them? Rohan, as usual, never gave a reason. And Falco had no intention of carrying out the kill. But if he didn't, he knew that someone else would.
So he
He thought
accidentally
long and
killed her.
hard.
I don't know.
How was he going to keep them safe and get out of the life of crime? He couldn't find an answer, no matter how hard he thought.
Because this was before
He was
Rohan actually
backed
died.
into a corner. So, he decided to call on an old friend for help. And then...
Tsushima? I'm trying to connect all these names in my head because he's not giving any actual goddamn names besides Rohan. I love how I literally called it like, oh, this guy looks like he could be a detective. And he was like, oh, I was a detective. And it's like, oh, shit. Between that and Shoko, why did you stop?
Why did you stop? Was that the whole story?
Oh, no. I've been ignored
What's the
so
connection
much.
between that and Shoko?
Was that Shoko?
You mentioned a detective.
I thought it was Hitomi, but was that Shoko? Because she was wearing Hitomi's clothing, so I thought Hitomi. But like, if it was Shoko, it'd make a little more sense to be more recent why he killed Rohan. Because Mizuki's about 12, right? Or maybe 13 now. I don't know.
Hey, answer me.
This is a transaction, remember? Until I get a guarantee that you'll uphold your end of the bargain, I'm not telling you anything else. I'll give you half up front, half later.
Well, how am I going to guarantee your half later?
If you want to hear the rest of my story, you better start the release procedures. Once they've cleared, I'll tell you everything.
Date, it is unlikely that number 89 will uphold his promise, even upon release.
Pewter,
Yes?
start the preparations.
For what?
What do you
What do you
think?
think? Yeah, I was about to say.
The sink.
Oh, or that, or that, or that. I don't know why I thought otherwise.
I have injected number 89 with the usual dosage. He will not be waking up anytime soon. Are you ready, Agent Date?
Oh, we're doing
Yeah.
this all without boss.
Time limit is 6 minutes.
I know.
Then let's begin.
Oh, okay. This guy, I have no idea what this guy is anymore because I'm beginning less and less my old Date story from before and more just thinking like crazed murderer detective dude. Ooh. This is starting to look like Hitomi's place.
No, not sup. Why are you sleeping on the job?
Because I want to, obviously.
Damn.
Why are you getting mad at me?
Yeah, this rug feels so good on my
What is wrong with you, Aiba?
Why are you suddenly a cat?
Playtime's over. Let's begin.
Stand up.
God damn it, Aiba.
Is this the Sagan residence?
It looks like it.
Definitely is. But why?
Number 89.
What is that green over there?
What were you up to?
Why is the door open? Hitomi.
What? The green. I do not think I can pass through it.
Really wants to
I
hide
like
it, huh?
that green.
Okay, new plan.
Somnium scan. Activate.
Hell yeah. Ew, what's that on the ground? Lock 1 on the phone. Lock 2 on Aiba. What? Lock 3 the window. Veranda thing. Lock 4 the door. Oh. God damn it, Aiba. Oh.
This appears to correspond to the green thing.
So any green thing is important. It's hiding. Number 89 is hiding in the past. Winter Iris. Okay, well, I'm all out of time for this episode. Really much want to figure out what this guy's all about, so we're going to finish this in the next episode. Thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video, don't forget that like button. Does a wonder for the channel. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please hit the comment section down below. I'll respond to all of them as long as I'm still a small channel. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you can see more videos like this when they pop up. Thank you again so much for watching. See you all next video, alright?